Okay, so we are going to make some chocolate covered cherries. Sorry, I'm still trying to figure out the whole angle of the camera thing. Sorry, haven't quite got that figured out yet. So yeah, just bear with me. I'll get the hang of it. So we're just taking maraschino cherries and we're dropping them into powdered sugar. Confectioner's sugar, I don't know. There's about 2 cups in there. My biggest thing is I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. I mean, I'd like to look at you when I talk to you, but seeing what I'm doing is more important, I think. But anyway, you just roll them around in the sugar. I'm gonna add more, and I have my chocolate over here behind me in one of those little mini crock pots. It's melted and it's sitting on warm, but right now it's too hot, so I actually just turned it off to let it cool down just a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and put all of these in here. And I'm just gonna, like I said, we're just gonna stir them around. And what happens is the cherries covered in the chocolate, and my hands are clean, or I wouldn't put them in here. The cherries covered in the chocolate and the sugar is going to melt, and that's what's going to give us the gooey, runny cherry center. It is literally just going to be powdered sugar. There's a lot of ways to make these. Most of them you make kind of like a fondant, and you wrap the cherry, and you got to just keep going until they're nice and coated. So. More. I don't want any lumps, so I'm putting it through a strainer, sifting it. See how they're nice and white, and then as they sit, they get pink. I actually watched, there's a channel on YouTube. It's a candy company out of New York, and I want to say East Syracuse, but I could be wrong about that. It's called Hercules Candy Company. And this is how he makes them, and I actually watched him make them, and this is how I would have made them as well. So yeah, he has a very good video if you're ever interested in watching a professional candy maker make chocolate covered cherries. But see how on this one, the juice is coming through. So we just want to keep coating them until that kind of stops happening. We just want a lot of sugar. So I'm going to check the temperature on my candy. I'm going to move my little crock pot over here. I'm going to stir it really well. I did not ever have this on high because I don't want my chocolate to seize. So right about 121 degrees, and I need to come down a long way. So I need to come down to less than 90. 80 would be awesome. So I'm just going to sit here and stir it for a couple minutes. We'll multitask, and we'll shake sugar and we'll stir chocolate at the same time. I could put it in an ice bath, but I don't want to cool it down that fast. So. These actually look really good. So I'm my chocolate. Let me get a fork over here. Some of this sticky off my fingers. Actually gonna get a couple forks. and a knife. And I just touched it and got it wet, so now I need a towel to dry it off. I don't have like the fancy candy dipping things. I have a fork and I have a butter knife, and that is going to work for me. Still pretty hot. I don't know if this is going to be enough chocolate to cover all of these. This is really just a trial run because it's been a really long time since I've made chocolate covered cherries. And my husband's already told me that there's no way that they're sitting in the refrigerator for 2 weeks. So, there's that. But yeah, they're supposed to sit in the refrigerator for a couple of weeks to, actually I don't even think you have to put them in the refrigerator. So that they can ripen, I guess would be the technical term. Basically, all the powdered sugar needs to melt and turn into a liquid. And we may have to dip these 2 times in order to get them to not leak. Okay. Just going to set that on the cherry jar lid. The cherry jar so that I don't knock it over. Let's go back to these. I'm going to put just a little bit more. See how nice and big and fat the cherry is? I know it's still too warm, but we're going to try it out. We're going to try and see what happens. Just going to drop one in, roll it around. Powdered sugar does not want to stay. Pick it up, shake it off. And this is where I use the butter knife. I'm just going to slide it off onto the cookie sheet. And we're just going to keep doing that. Oh, see, that one's got some powdered sugar coming through, so I'm just going to go ahead and throw it back in. But not any reason to set it there. It's not gonna hold. So just do that. See if I can make it where you can see. There, let's try that. So drop it in. Try not to make a huge mess. I know it's going to happen, but spot on that one, if I can't just drip it over the top. We're gonna give it a try. So anyway, yeah, this is, sorry, I'm concentrating, so I'm not saying much. And I really appreciate anyone that is watching. I am just starting my YouTube channel, and by the way, my name is Tammy, and I'm just getting this channel started, and I really just want to, I don't know, share share my life with you guys. I don't know why. My life is all that exciting. But yeah, I garden, I bake, I cook, I preserve things, canning, dehydrating, kind of, you know, like, not, I don't call myself a prepper, I guess, in a sense I am, because I want to have a stocked pantry, you know, in case of anything. I mean, I live in Oklahoma, so we have tornadoes, and you never know when you might be without power. So I have a stocked pantry that I can eat out of. I'll have to take you on a tour of my pantry someday, because I always laugh, because I always tell people that I have a pantry with a bathroom, and everybody thinks it's so funny, but it's a spare room here off of my kitchen that was a bedroom, and I didn't need the room for a bedroom. It's just my husband and I, but I needed a pantry, and I had my kitchen remodeled, and I had it put back together pretty basic. I don't have a lot of cabinet space or anything, so yeah, I have a pantry with a bathroom. But anyway, I like to garden, and this year I'm going to have a cut flower garden. I grow herbs, I grow vegetables, starting a medicinal garden this year. This is the first year for that. Have a granddaughter with eczema, and we're going to see if we can't make some tinctures maybe to help her out, or, you know, some kind of salve or something to help her out a little bit. Who knows? And if I can keep my family healthy without medication, I'm certainly willing to give it a try. I mean, I don't know everything. I mean, I know what I read in books, and I mean, I can certainly grow natural things, so. I have a French bulldog named Tater Tot, who you can probably hear in the background. He is wanting what I'm doing, and his big sister over there is a pit bull, Miss Bellatrix, and she probably sees a squirrel, so she's determined that she wants to go outside. And any time that I start something in the kitchen, one or the other, of course, wants to go outside, just like a child. So, but that's okay, because I love them to death and wouldn't trade them for anything. But yeah, I appreciate you taking your time to stop and watch my channel. You will find that I get distracted very easily. I forget what I was talking about and get into something else, and then I will eventually come back to it. But if you like what you see, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. Hit the like button. Leave me a comment. If you think someone you know would enjoy the video, by all means, please share it. Yeah. Just a minute, Tatey. I'm going to roll these around in the sugar a little bit. There. really wet and they're not wanting to stick in the chocolate. I'm just going to pull it up from the bottom. It's kind of like when you make Italian or Mexican wedding cookies or Russian tea cakes or whatever it is that you call them. They're pretty much all the same cookie. How you roll them in the powdered sugar. But, oh, the chocolate did not like that at all. I know there's a lot of powdered sugar in my chocolate, so not sure how these are going to turn out. But like I said, these were really a trial run. I don't expect that they will make it very long. My husband has already told me he's going to eat them, so, and he's not going to wait the 2 weeks. Maybe I can hide at least a couple to get to the 2 weeks to see how they turn out. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. I have a birthday cake to make this week. I'll bring you guys along with that. I sell cakes. I don't do carved cakes or anything like that, but just a simple decorated cake. I mean, I can and I have, but I don't enjoy it. And for me, in order to make it worth my time, I have to charge so much that I don't feel right about doing that. So I just don't do it anymore. I love to make cake, but I don't want to stress about it. So if you want a simple decorated cake, I'm your girl. But if you want some carved masterpiece, then you're gonna have to go see somebody else, because I don't feel comfortable with charging people $500 and $600 for a birthday cake, and that's what it comes down to. So okay, that was the last one. I don't think I have enough chocolate here to coat them again. I'm going to look at them and see if they're even going to need it. So get these out of here and stir this up. I mean, I have enough if they need a couple spots or something, but let's just pick up one and look at it. Oh, yep, see right there? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dip it. And then I'm going to set it back down. And we'll check out this one. This one actually, dip it. It's like they're all going to have a spot, but that's okay. That's okay. Ah, that one does not. Tiny, tiny spot there. You can't have chocolate. No, and all the cherries are gone. On top. My hands are warm enough that I'm melting the chocolate just a little bit. If I were doing these to sell to someone, I would be wearing gloves. Like I said, these are a trial run and I'm making them for my family. So I'm not my hands are clean. I wouldn't do anything with dirty hands anyway. So, see, there's a spot there. Dip it in the chocolate. See how it's starting to seep right there? Dab that off. Probably should have used a fork with that one. That one's good. Even if it's on the bottom, I still want to cover it because as they melt, I don't want them to leak. So yeah, we're just double checking everything. I'll stop using my fingers so much. Everybody's probably saying it's gross, but I mean, it is what it is. My fingers and my hands are God's gift to me, so they are the best tools that I have. He is watching me very intently. I know you can just see the back of him, but he is staring me down. He thinks he is getting something, and he is not because it's chocolate. Ice maker is dumping. It scared me at first. Okay, I'm gonna set that one down and put a little spoonful on top of it because it's wanting to cave in. I think my hands are melting them as much as anything else at this point, so. Okay. Last one. I think we're good. I think everything is covered. And I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so here we go. There they are, chocolate covered cherries. Some of them are leaking. I'll just tell my husband to be sure and eat those first. But yeah, I think they turned out pretty good. They could use a second coat. That's exactly what they need. I'm not gonna bother with doing that today. So, I mean, it is what it is. Next time I will do a second coat. This was a trial run, as I said. And I want to thank you guys for coming and spending your time with me. Please like, share, and subscribe, and leave me a comment. Thanks. Bye-bye.